Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you work, you're just not getting ahead? Like your paycheck comes in every single week and it disappears faster than ever. The price of groceries has increased, the price of rent has went up, everything is going up, including the price of gas. When you look at the stock market, however, we are seeing record new highs. Celebrities buying those $50 million houses and companies are reporting record profits over and over. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, what am I doing wrong? You're not missing anything. You're not doing anything wrong. You're just living in a completely different economy than most of the people at the top. And economists have a name for this. It is the K shaped economy. Now, I want you to take a minute and picture two different people. Person number one, they own stocks, they might have some real estate, they might own a business. When the market goes up, their net worth is going to go up drastically. They're not stressed about gas or the price of groceries. They're focused on building wealth. Person number B, they rely on the check. They rent, they have a car payment, they have credit card debt. When prices go up, their life gets much, much more difficult. No extra money to invest, no assets to work with. They are just trying to stay afloat. Same country, same economy, completely different experiences. And that's exactly what we're seeing with this K shaped economy. So let's break it down so you can actually understand kind of what they're talking about. The K shape means the economy is kind of splitting into two forks. One group is going up and going up very, very fast. The second group is going down and going down very fast. This is the shape of the K. The people on the top are the asset owners. They are the investors. They are the high income earners. The people on the bottom are the wage earners. They are the renters. They are the low and the middle class that we have in the United States. And here's the key. Over the last 5 years, this has accelerated faster than we have ever seen it in history. And it didn't happen overnight, but it got supercharged when the pandemic happened within the United States. So let's go a little bit deeper in this topic because this is where people are starting to really wake up from what we're seeing. The wealthy don't rely on income, they rely on assets, and assets over the last 3 years have been absolutely exploding. So if you've owned stocks over the last several years, you saw massive growth. Most of it was double digit growth, some of it even triple digit, depending on what you invested in. Even though the economy was feeling a little bit shaky back then, market was pushing higher. Now you ask yourself, how many average people own or have a majority of their money in the stocks? Not that many. Then you start looking at real estate, looking at houses. Homes prices have surged. If you own a home, chances are your net worth has went up 10, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in the last couple of years. And if you didn't, now it's even harder to get into the market. If you're looking for a home, the gap has widened and it has gotten to a gorge with how much it has changed. Then we look at business owners. The rising price of inflation, they protected their margins by increasing the cost, passing them costs on to consumers, and employees do not have the same purchasing power that these companies do. Now, this is the shift that you need to understand. The economy doesn't reward effort, it rewards ownership. Think about that for a minute. So now let's talk about the other side because this is where a majority of people, including me and you, are probably at. If you don't own assets or if you don't own a ton of assets, you are getting hit from every single direction when it comes to the increase in cost. Everything is costing more with inflation. Your income is not rising at the same speed that we're seeing inflation. Then we have interest rates. Not only has debt gotten more expensive, credit cards have gotten more expensive, auto loans, mortgages, that means you're paying more for life for the exact same thing that we've seen a couple years. And then, of course, if you're working a little bit harder, but not building that wealth, it's because wealth will never come from working harder. It comes from owning things that grow exponentially, like investing in the stock market, businesses, or rental properties. Now, this is where it becomes even a bigger problem than just personal finance. When you look at this K shaped economy that is forming, it creates long term inequality. When the gap gets too wide, it will create tension between the upper class and the lower class. But most importantly for you, it really changes how you need to play this game and how you need to think about it because the rules overall have changed. You can't win the wealth game playing only an income strategy. You will never make it, and your income will never go up fast enough to get onto that wealthy side of this K shaped curve. So let me say that again. You cannot win financially if all you have is a paycheck, period. That is it. Now, I'm not here to tell you that everything is broken with the economy or that success is impossible because that's not entirely true, but there are still opportunities everywhere. You just have to change the strategy that we're using to get them because if you kept doing what worked 20 years ago, just like our parents, staying at the job 20, 30, 40 years, getting rewarded from the company, That doesn't exist anymore. Majority of companies, it's just a number. If they have cutbacks, if they have layoffs, unfortunately for a majority of us, we are the first to go. So you're going to fall behind in today's economy again if you're just reliant on that paycheck itself. So here's the shift. If the system rewards ownership, you need to start becoming an owner. And that is going to be the pivotal point between, again, that upper class and the middle and lower class that we're seeing. When you look at becoming an owner, you don't need to have tens of thousands of dollars. You can start with $50, $100. What matters is consistency in owning and buying assets. Focusing on assets like stocks, you can look at ETFs. Real estate could be eventually, possibly a business, things that are going to grow when you're not working. There comes a point in your life where if you're putting in 40 hours a week, 50 hours a week, 60 hours a week, there is a limitation for the amount of time that you can exchange your time for money. When you start looking at stocks and ETFs and other assets, there is no limitation to what they can grow to over an extended amount of time. It's not about the quick win, and it's not going to be a quick win by any means, but this is how you'll move from the bottom half of the K onto the top half of the K over an extended amount of time. So you really need to rewire your mindset and think about this as an investor perspective. Stop thinking like a consumer, start thinking like an owner, and that is where we're going to start investing that money today. So if I had to start over today, honestly, nothing but $100. I wouldn't panic. I wouldn't complain. I would focus on getting onto that right side or that upper side of the K. And in the next video, I want to break this down exactly how we can do this. So of course, if you're serious about building wealth, guys, subscribe to the channel. We have a lot of content that comes out here on a daily basis. Make sure you give the video a like and share it to anyone who needs to know this information, because we're not just talking about money. There is a different mindset, and you have to understand we are not playing the same game. When you look at the growth of assets over the last couple of years, you're either invested in the market or you're not invested in the market. For a lot of people right now, I get a ton of comments on YouTube that I really focus on. I reply to all of them. So if you have some questions, definitely drop them down below. But a lot of people are saying right now is the absolute worst time because of the war in Iran, because of inflation, because of everything else that is going in the US economy, or really the global economy. Now is the time to not be investing at all. My opinion, that is completely backwards thinking. If you're looking at the economy right now, it is kind of going sideways. We're not seeing a ton of growth. However, we're not seeing a ton of loss. We're not seeing the market this year down, 10, 20, 30, 40%. I have people in here that are giving me comments that are saying the market is going to drop 50% within the next 3 months. I don't see that happening. I can see some fluctuation, but looking at bigger picture, if the market does go down 10 or 20%, that is a number one buying opportunity when you're doing dollar cost averaging and you're putting money in here to buy more assets. Because guys, it comes to a point in your life, and I hit this about 10 years ago, it is about the accumulation of assets, and the accumulation of assets over an extended amount of time is what is truly going to build wealth and bring you into that K-shaped economy where you're going to be on the upper half, where you're not going to be reliant 100% on the income, on Social Security. You're going to be able to yield and grow your investment. You're going to get dividends out of there. You're going to get returns out of a business or real estate. It is really a game changer at that point when you start thinking again as an owner instead of just a worker within the system itself. So guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.